We expect everyone here to treat their coworkers with a certain level of respect. Okay, before we get started, I have one question. Has anyone here passed a Series 7 exam?
I have a Series 7 license.
Good for you. You can get out too.
What? Why?
We don't hire brokers here. We train new ones. That's it, Skippy. Pack your shit. Let's go.
I'm waiting for this one part in the speech.
Okay.
James's
Here's the
favorite
deal.
part.
I'm not here to waste your time. Okay? And I certainly hope you're not here to waste mine. So I'm going to keep this short. Become an employee of this firm, you will make your first $1 million within 3 years. Okay? I'm going to repeat that. You will make $1 million within 3 years of your first day of employment at JT Marlin. There is no question as to whether or not you'll become a millionaire working here. The only question is how many times over. You think I'm joking? I am not joking. I am a millionaire. It's a weird thing to hear, right? I'll tell you. It's a weird thing to say. I am a fucking millionaire. I guess
Best
Slow ride.
best speech movie in a movie ever.
Take it easy.
I thought you were waiting for the keys to get thrown. You see that?
I was waiting for
Because
the
I've
keys.
made fun of that so many times. I wanted to like get a whole bunch of people in to sell insurance. I'd be like, you see that? That's a 2011 Dodge Nitro. You don't just pick up one of those.
Earn that shit, baby.
Coming at you live from the My Insurance Group studios.
You got James Albert Cardenas.
That's right. You got John Hanson.
And you got Ernest, the sexy beast Enriquez.
That's true.
I feel like we did you a disservice because we introduced ourselves and then we made you introduce
Well, we're
yours.
kind of missing somebody here today who would have leveled out the playing field a little bit.
I gotta stop eating these.
Yes.
Yeah. So, for all you listeners out there, John said he might like Skittles a little better than proceeded to eat half the bag.
Right.
That did decide.
So, if you're watching this,
That's just John, though.
Universal Candies, get it in the TikTok shop.
That's right. Shout out to Wingstop for filling our bellies with some, what was it, Atomic and some Hawaiian something?
Well, so we just got 5 plain from Wingstop and we drenched it with Elijah's habanero handcrafted pineapple mango hot sauce. Elijah, the father of flavor.
Elijah.
It
Series
was
7. You pass that, you become a junior broker, and you're opening accounts for your team.
Sorry about that. Ben Affleck.
it was pretty good. I'll give it that it was pretty good.
Hey,
Oh, we got Mike calling.
We got Mike, the Lone Dr. Litwin, and the Homes and Homies.
Coming at you sort of live from the My Guy Group Insurance Media Studio.
Mike, are you still in Louisiana?
Well, actually, right now I'm in Joaquin, Texas, which is right across the river from Louisiana. And because I'm slow as molasses, I am indeed still in Louisiana. I just can't get stuff done.
Joaquin. There must have been a lot of Indian tribes in that part.
It's named after my good old friend Joaquin Gamis.
So did you finish
Commercial painter extraordinaire.
Did you finish painting?
Well, I'm actually really not painting. I'm actually sealing all the porous growth of mildew and mold.
Whew.
So that's what I've been doing, is sealing that. So it's all been done.
Just seal it up, baby. They'll never get
Seal
out.
I put some kills on
first
it.
I treated
It's
and killed
fine.
it. Well, first I killed it. So then I killed it all. Then I sealed it. So I've double 1-2 punch to get rid of that damn stuff.
It's like there's black mold in here. I know. I put kills on it. It's all cool.
You gotta just close that, bro.
Damn.
Look, there was some asbestos on there. We just put some stucco over it. Don't worry about it.
Asbestos. Who cares about that stuff?
I mean, it just gives you a little bit of cancer, but none of like the really bad cancers.
So easily.
Just put some plaster on it. It'll be aight.
Yeah, I know how to say mesothelioma. So yes, there we go.
That's
All
a
those stupid
big word.
commercials.
Yeah.
So not only is Mike a loan doctor, he's a mold remediator.
Mold remediator extraordinaire.
Extraordinaire.
The chemicals ate my skin, so I got like a bunch of wounds on my hand from the damn chemicals.
Oh, I forgot to show James the shirt from the bleach.
Oh, it's toast. Yeah,
So,
it is.
Here, I'm gonna show both of them this shirt. It's funny.
Love it.
So he's gonna need another.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, his will give mortgage for advice for taco shirt.
Hey, we ought to sell that here on the Homes and Homies podcast.
You know, I got to tell you, I was at the craps table wearing that shirt, and I think I got a loan because of it.
Oh,
Really?
Boom.
So there you go. It
Boom.
works.
I almost like it better with a little bit of bleach all over
It
it.
does.
Yeah.
It does look
It's
good.
got some, I don't know, style.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like you're like. I also drop some acid and give you loan advice.
for sure.
Damn.
I've got a 20
my
in my
laboratory
pocket.
blew up on me earlier, but I'm all right. I'm gonna win it back.
Love it.
So Mike, you missed the Elijah's hot sauce. We just tried pineapple mango hot sauce.
Pineapple mango doesn't sound that hot.
It's habanero pineapple mango, and it wasn't. It was more fruity than hot.
It was fruity
That's
delicious.
I mean, hot sauce should not be fruity. I mean, that's just kind of a conflict of interest right there.
It was, but it was good.
It had it was like a tropical storm in my mouth.
Was it a hurricane going on there?
No,
Was it
no,
Bernal,
no
whatever his name
hurricane.
was?
Tropical storm, probably depression. Could be, maybe.
John
just
just
a
opened his mouth and
disturbance.
barrel went right in.
Definitely not a barrel. It wasn't hot enough for barrel. Like if you
just
were
a-
throwing some ghost
maybe
pepper,
depression.
yeah, throw some ghost pepper in there, it might have been enough hotness. But yeah, it wasn't even. It didn't even hit a category.
It was half a category, if that. It definitely
Kinda
gets
weak.
the sweetness. It was a little weak, but it was good. It's something that I would probably put on maybe like a pizza. It'd probably go pretty good on pizza. Maybe. John's cringing over here.
I'm cringing, and I don't. I think Mike is
That
going to
sounds like
disagree.
a bad idea.
Yeah, I think Mike.
That's
This is the anti-sauce
What are you doing
man.
that for? I mean, pizza's good as it is. Why are you putting that stupid sauce on there?
Yeah, he's a purist. We remember that.
Yeah. Well, we got the dog father coming on next week.
Wait, what the
The dog father.
We will have a special guest next week, and we'll drop his name and where he's from later on down the road.
What the dog doing?
Cool.
I'm looking forward to that. Is he bringing any samples?
I sure hope so.
With ketchup.
No, he should know better than that. If he comes in with ketchup, he's just going to get kicked out. Out.
Mike's going to fight him. He's just going to be like, "No, you out now."
Out. Loser.
So, Ernest threw up some stuff on the board, Mike.
I'm kind of looking at that.
We got the housing bubble going to burst.
That's not going to happen. Supply and demand, brother. Supply and demand.
So when you say burst, do you mean it's going to go up 7% this year?
Who knows? I think this is fear mongering at its finest. But the supply of new homes in southern states of the U.S. has grown substantially, potentially. How do you even put those two words after each other? Substantially, potentially creating a bubble in the housing market.
Possibly.
A real estate analyst
My
suggests
favorite
That's a
on Monday.
good pronunciation right there, analyst.
Home builders in the region have been responding to heightened demand for homes during COVID by escalating construction. Americans had
Wait a minute,
migrated to the south.
stop. During COVID, that was 2.5 years ago.
They just wrote this article.
I mean, all right, he's already lost all credibility.
Whoever the writer is, yeah. I mean, Americans migrated to the south during the pandemic in search of cheaper housing. After stay-at-home orders to slow the spread of the coronavirus gave flexibility over where they could work. It says that one analyst suggests that a drop in demand has left many homes in the market, creating a potential bubble in the regions of Florida, Georgia, Tennessee, and Texas. Homes have spiked up to nearly 300,000.
The last I checked, 51% of all home sales in May were new construction. I don't think they're very accurate.
Yeah,
This is
uses-
clickbait.
He uses
Clickbait.
the word migrate. Like nobody's migrating anymore.
And who uses
They fly in
possibly
V's. They move in V's.
Substantially, possibly.
a substantial possible maybe could probably
It's like-
somewhat maybe perhaps
You'd make a great weatherman.
With a
within
sprinkle of fairy dust on it.
Yeah.
within the realm of like reality that's possible that this could happen maybe.
It's like how you get COVID. It's like, well, you could get it from the ground or the bottom of a shoe.
So this is the CEO of Reventure Consulting and Reventure app
Okay.
who wrote this. Price cuts on the U.S. housing market just hit their highest level in 6 years.
Oh well, if it's a CEO, then you know
With two
It's got to be accurate.
Yeah, 24.3% of sellers reducing their price of their homes in June. That's the highest rate since 2018. So it sounds like the CEO is correlating a housing bubble burst with reduced prices. Wasn't 2008 more foreclosures and
there's a shit ton. I mean,
That was a
actually
totally different issue.
We had quite.
was a
We actually did
completely-
have quite a bit of foreclosures last month though in San Antonio, which was interesting.
it's all those new construction, dude. Shoot, people can't afford it.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about
talked
that
about
last
that,
show.
yeah.
Yeah, just because that was kind of that was kind of staggering. I didn't realize there was that many foreclosures in San Antonio.
quite a
Which
bit.
I mean, still not like bubble popping foreclosures. It's
No,
just
not one bit.
yeah.
Mike, what are you thinking, Mike?
I think that the guy wrote the article just so he can get some press because I think he didn't pass the crack pipe.
Well-
He just kept it.
Well, I think bubble going to burst sells more than not going to be a super awesome year.
Well, I mean, we're still up year over year, like 6%.
Oh, I know. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what
I mean, like it's,
I mean, through
it's
June we're up at like 3.5% already.
well, but I'm just like as far as
You are fake news.
when I say not going to be a stellar year, I mean like there's not as much.
I mean, the number of sales is way down.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
no ifs, ands, buts about that.
yeah.
Well, and there are price reductions happening on the daily.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Homes are sitting longer.
But what's the stat? I know both of you probably know this. On the houses that are on the market within the first week or two that sell, they're selling mostly at asking price.
So I think still 23% of houses are still multiple offers. So if the house is priced right in a good area,
Yeah.
it's still going.
Priced right, you mean like underpriced?
Priced right.
Underpriced.
Well, that could be too. I mean,
Well, I mean,
that's a new strategy, by the way. Underprice it.
The underlying issue is really kind of boils down to pricing, like Mike, you were saying, but underpricing has become a new strategy.
Well,
Yeah.
they need to probably get the memo in my neighborhood because they are smoking the crack rock. I was literally
They're
like,
overpriced in there.
Oh,
They like
dude,
your house
like-
to sit.
yeah, I'm just like, there's a house down the street that, and I won't say the brokerage and I won't say the realtor's name on either one of them, but I'm like, did you guys
Does it start with a K? End of the.
No, but I'm just like, did you guys like smoke some crack before you did that? Because it's about like probably 15 to 20% higher than it should be listed at.
They went off the Zestimate.
So
No, even the
the Zestimate.
estimate was $100,000 lower. I'm just like, what the fuck are you guys smoking?
it's completely.
They don't believe this estimate.
Yeah, it's like I
It's
mean,
got quartz countertops. Give me $30,000 for those countertops.
yeah, I just was blown away by both of them. Like, then there were like two different realtors listed them, and I'm kind of scratching my head because they're substantially higher than they should be.
Right.
And what happened? Nothing. They're sitting, and you're like, well, the market sucks. Like, no, motherfucker, nobody wants to spend fucking $60,000 more for a house.
Well, the other thing too that we're dealing and battling with here in San Antonio is the ability to expand, right? Like in our district or in our area, they are unable to find more land to build on, right? So it's one of those things where they're going to have to go to where the building is happening. So some of these older homes are being priced up and value being driven up due to home prices increases because of new build. And we just pulled up an article, Mike, that shows the week sales,
$400,000 the average sale price last week.
but home sales went down.
But
over the
it's
last-
also 4th of July week too.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it was 377 homes being sold. But, you figured there's a holiday in there. So
Yeah.
in 4 days, they sold 377 versus the week before, 476. I mean,
So if you do the days, the number of homes per day, you're probably about the same.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it's not staggering. And I mean, 400,000 is a pretty solid average sales price.
So, but would that indicate that people are listing their homes higher? I'm assuming it would.
But
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know if you can extrapolate that because you have to worry about size and location and blah blah blah. So maybe the homes sell in better neighborhoods that week. I don't know. There's just there's too many unknowns in that one.
Well, yeah, and if you look at it every week, it's definitely staggeringly different. Like 1 week's 350, 1 week's 380. But
And who's
interesting.
buying?
Yeah. It's going to get real interesting, I think, coming in as we get closer and closer to the election.
yeah.
It'll.
So moving on to the next doom and gloom article.
Exactly.
This is an insurance topic. Here we go.
Texas insurance crisis could get worse.
That's right. So, from an article out of Newsweek saying that the Texas insurance crisis could get worse. Texans have been facing home insurance crisis that is only likely to escalate. I just said that 3 times in a row.
Boom.
Escalating. Escalating.
So, Hurricane Beryl is, a cause of, after moving through the Caribbean, slammed into Houston, and
Don't be rude.
the state just continues to, face more extreme weather events. Insurance prices have been hiking, and the recent damage from the hurricane is going to make it difficult in the Lone Star State. So,
Well, I think right now too, with this being at the beginning of hurricane season, never helps because
right.
it gets dicey at the beginning. You're like, oh god, there's 3 months of what the heck could happen, and so yeah. But what I'm hoping,
Well, I got an update on that, by the way. Hurricane season.
You were over in Louisiana, so did you get hit where you were at?
So I was doing a rain dance for my house, and we got a half an inch. Here, where I didn't want rain, we got like 8 inches. So my rain dance apparently didn't work.
It's because you're from Chicago.
From Chicago.
Put some ketchup on a rain dance. It's much better that way. I don't
Usually
know.
they pull out
Catch up on
guns
that
and start
dog.
shooting at the clouds there.
So
Oh, and by the way, Chicago's a gun-free zone. There's no guns allowed.
Oh yeah, it's totally gun free.
totally gun-free. Well, I feel
That's what the
safer.
law says anyways.
I feel safer knowing that it's one of the most homicides by guns, and you can't have one.
I feel totally.
It's got
safe.
more than like a major war zone per weekend.
I know. I'm like, I feel really safe. Thank you for that.
Yeah. And thank you for the news, who that rarely even shares that information too.
So, what's your update on the hurricane season, Mike?
Well, so basically the Saharan dust is now kicked in over the Atlantic. So anything that's going to happen now is now going to be tempered down until that clears up. So that's actually good news for the insurance market.
Boom.
So all this early start is about to be put the brakes on until the dust clears up and get later in the season.
Literally.
There we go.
So do you think after this hurricane season, you think there are going to be even more insurance companies that pull out of wanting to insure homeowners and people in those areas?
Honestly, I personally think, and I'm going to be a little less doom and gloom, that if we have a fairly quiet year, mid 2025, we're going to see the big major players loosening up in Texas.
Yeah.
But if we have another what the just happened, I mean, yeah, of course. It's like, dude, they're in the business to make money, and if they're going to lose their ass year over year over year, they're going to be like, we're done.
What? They're not for profits? Dang it.
Darn.
Yeah, but I mean, like we have rapidly become like the redheaded stepchild along with California and Florida.
Right.
You know, I mean,
Average rate is $5,500 for a homeowner's policy.
mind blowing, right? You're just like, dude, like just mind blowing when you start thinking about what it was 4 years ago.
And that breaks down to what, like almost $400, almost $500 a month, almost.
Yeah, I mean, I think is that an actual stat for Texas? Yeah, yeah. So
about
here in San
475.
Antonio, it's not. I don't think it's as high for San Antonio, but yeah, for Texas, because it's. I mean, you got that whole coastline where you probably can't get a policy correctly written for less than $12,000 on a decent sized house on the coast.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to be paying anywhere from, for a really nice house on the coast, you're going to be paying closer to $20,000 a year, and that's mind blowing for just insurance. But in the same breath, it's like it's not a question of if a hurricane is going to hit you. It's like, when is it? Is it going to be this year? Is it going to be 3 years from now? Is it going to be 5 years from now? So, I mean,
I saw a thing in New York that had just gotten hit by the hurricane. I forget what hurricane last hit up north, but the land is starting to kind of be sucked in by the water, and there's like these $1 million mansions on that land, and like 4 or 5 of them have already been like demolished and underwater basically. So there's it's crazy, but it's quickly deteriorating.
It's the new Atlantis.
So New York is being sucked into the ocean.
who would have known that if you built a really big house right on the water, something bad could happen?
What happened?
Did not see that coming.
If you build it, they will come.
The water will come.
will they?
So one other,
I'm gonna come.
and that's the water talking. So yeah, moving into the second insurance issue. So there's a silly little bank called the Fifth Third Bank, which if that didn't clue you off that
I definitely want to bank there.
Oh yeah,
where do you bank? The Fifth Third Bank?
Right.
I used to have a loan there at the Third Bank. They're based out of Ohio.
Yeah.
Mike's like, hey, that's my bank.
This is the 5th time we've tried to be a bank. As the third sector of our banking. But anyways, they were charging extra fees for auto insurance for the loans that they would give out for a car loan, right? So you would be having your own policy with Progressive or Mercury or somebody like that, and Fifth Third Bank would also automatically put a policy in place for you and would automatically charge you. So it took a little while for the consumers to realize that they were paying duplicate 2 different insurance policies, but that ended up being the case, and Fifth Third was making money off that. So
they're getting sued.
Yeah,
Yes.
the CFPB, which I don't even know what that stands for.
Consumer Financial
Finance.
Protection
Yeah,
Bureau.
Violence.
CFPB.
Bureau. It's CFPB.
Oh, got it. Yeah, exactly. So,
He put a V up there.
so they stepped in. They made them pay their dues, and there's about $20 million in restitution that's going back, if that's the right word.
Hey, what years were those at? Maybe I got a refund coming.
I don't know if you had an auto loan. Didn't you have a home loan with them?
No, I had an auto loan with them.
Okay. This man might be due some money.
They might
Sweet.
give you your car for free.
All right.
So, Mike, what's going on
Yes,
in the
sir.
world of mortgage?
Yeah, so actually it's been a pretty decent week. We're actually probably the best rates we've seen in 3 months, if I'm going to throw that out there. I think about 3 months. So the economic data coming out has not been fantastic, which is bad and good. It's good for me. It's bad for – I mean, it's the truth. I mean, they've been trying to hide the numbers for so long that things are great.
Yeah.
They can't hide them any longer. So
You
now
mean
that
things
the truth
are
is out there?
You mean things aren't great, Mike?
Things are
Things suck.
But wait, we have the lowest unemployment rate ever.
things are getting
Yeah,
really
sucks, huh?
good right after the debate.
We beat Medicare. What's wrong?
With a stick.
We beat that shit.
Yeah, I'm seeing some weird stuff. Biden's rubbing on people.
good, Joe.
He did.
He answered all the questions correctly. And you did it with integrity.
Here's your applesauce.
Yeah. So I saw this one video. This guy compared his Walmart receipt from 2020 to 2024. The exact same items. It was 122 when he first bought it. Now it's like 412. The exact same items.
God,
And they're
that's
telling us that everything's fine. There's nothing to worry about here.
I mean,
Inflation's tame.
inflation has not really gone up, and you're like, no, I'm
telling you, it cost me 4 times as much to buy food. I like eating.
I couldn't tell.
Yeah, me neither. Actually, skinny people eat a lot. I don't know what that is about that.
Well,
Well,
he's not
it's
just
my
he's
cra-
not just skinny.
it's-
He
it's-
runs like 100 miles a week.
But my
It's
wife
my
does.
crack habits. It's crack just more. That weight comes right off.
Is that Gina laughing in the background?
Crack is whack, kids. Don't listen to Mike.
Crack is whack.
What movie is that from?
I don't know. I only watch Boiler Room.
Isn't Billy Madison?
No, the water boy where he's just like. So I try to tackle the you see the center. He snaps the ball to the quarterback, and I try to tackle the quarterback, but sometimes he hands it to the run back, and so I try to tackle him, and so that's what I do.
So,
Which leads me to my next point,
Bobby
kids.
Boucher.
Don't smoke crack.
Right. And it's LT saying that.
I'm sorry I butchered Bobby Boucher, but that was...
Mike, we were just waiting for you to pick up that accent.
My mama says.
Yeah, I know. James and I both were talking about that dude. He spent so much time in Louisiana. At one of these days, he's going to come back and be like, "Hey, Michael.
Hey, Mike, you go to the bourbon.
mortgage.
You went to the Bourbon Bowl.
Who says?
All right, so let's get into something funny / scary / crazy.
And it's not working.
What's that?
The TV. It's broken.
Oh, well.
It's 420. It's lit up.
So this week, what happened on Monday? United Airlines lost its plane tire during takeoff.
Holy crap, that's bad.
Just another reason why I hate flying.
It was just one tire.
Right.
They had like 8 more.
They had a spare. Like they just got to climb out onto the plane.
It was the lug nuts. That's it. It's
So
not a big
who
deal.
changes that mid-flight? Get out there and change that.
Right, jack that thing up, man.
That's another one of Mike Litwin's special tasks or abilities.
Is that the least tenured flight attendant? Get out there and change that.
United Airlines. This is the second time it's apparently happened.
Like, they just lost the wheel, or it blew up upon, like, when they were trying to land?
No, it just during takeoff it
Rolled off the highway?
Just like took off. Yeah, the tire took off.
Got it.
We can't get it on the TV, but we'll get the audio to come through here.
Actually,
So that-
most accidents, airplane accidents, actually happen upon takeoff and landing.
Well,
Here
that's
we
the
go.
most dangerous time.
Here you go,
This
Mike.
morning after a wheel fell off a Boeing 757 just after taking off in Los Angeles yesterday. Keep in mind, this is the second time that has happened to a United jet this year. Chris Van Cleve has more on this incident.
Hoopties, bro.
So we're just
Oh, see, that's what happened. The gangsters came through the lug nuts.
Oh,
the
it
chrome.
was
in a bad
flying
spot.
out of California, so maybe it was a criminal who came and stole some lug nuts.
They
But,
matched his hoopty.
The news reporter just with a straight face. This is the second time it's happened this
In
year.
the last year, yeah.
So we're just gonna not talk about planes losing their wheels. Like what's next? Wings.
It's only one wheel. Really, that's only 2 wheels lost in a year.
It's just the front wheel that they need to land on. I mean,
God.
This video shows the United Boeing 757 during a normal takeoff from LAX Sunday. But what
during
happened Monday
hold
was
on. During a normal takeoff.
Right. All wheels attached.
anything but normal.
So how'd they land?
We were just told a tire came off your aircraft.
Okay.
Okay.
Operating as Flight 1001, the
That
I don't even
that
know.
pilot's response.
Okay.
Okay.
29-year-old plane left LA for Denver with 181 people on board when it lost a wheel, which came crashing down onto the runway.
That 75 that just took off, I believe United, its tire came off and came rolling past us.
Alan Stoller finished the flight.
We're within probably
It's like
I don't know why that's so funny, but it was just rolling past us.
I just got the visual of there was a video that went viral a while back of the somebody losing their tire on the highway. And he's like, "Oh shit! There goes my tire." His tire went rolling past him, so I just got that visual of me,
2 minutes
of like
landing,
sitting there
and
watching
that's when,
tire go right.
The pilot came on and said, everybody to their emergency positions. And all of the flight attendants immediately went into brace, 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 brace.
Each set of landing gear is equipped with multiple wheels, and Flight 1001 touched down safely in Denver. But Monday's incident marks the second time a wheel has fallen off a United
See,
plane
I told you it
during
wasn't that
takeoff
big
in
of
the
a
last
deal. They
4
have
months.
several tires.
They have 4 more tires.
Not a big
there's,
deal.
there's a difference of the tire exploding and it stayed on there securely, and then the thing just flying off like lug nuts weren't on there. Like, what's the deal?
I know the other pilot was like, the plane in front of us tire just went by.
Just rolling by.
Just
It was a Michelin.
In March,
Let's see what else they have to say.
777 in San Francisco, where the fallen wheel hit cars in a parking lot.
Oh my gosh, I just saw a video.
Oh, dude.
Twice. Well, that's a very
Dude, could you imagine that auto insurance claim? So there's a tire that fell from the sky.
That's an indictment into their
Sure it
I don't think
did.
people
Yeah, I know. They're
would
like,
be
no, it
concerned
didn't. You
about
hit it.
getting
That's
on a United
so. There's a big difference between a comp claim and
Yo,
an accident.
Telson.
Yeah, yeah. So if you're driving and a tire like is on the road and you run over it or you hit it, that's considered an accident, right? And so most of the time, most insurance adjusters, if you tell them a tire hit you, they're like, bullshit, that was an accident. Because it would be considered an all other accident or a comprehensive claim if it's flying in through the air, or if it, falls out of the sky, it would be a comprehensive claim. And so I can just imagine, no, I swear, the tire just came out of the sky.
I was just on 281 North and driving, and the tire came through my front windshield.
Speaking of that, man, we went to lunch on the way back on 1604. There was a cement truck that was flipped over. That looked pretty gnarly.
Is that what that was? I got stuck in that traffic.
Yeah, that was pretty gnarly. I hope he's okay.
That was bad.
Well,
But I think it does certainly raise some legitimate questions.
Now the FAA and United are investigating the incident. For CBS Mornings, I'm Chris Van Cleve in Phoenix.
Thanks, Chris Van Cleve.
Fucking tighten that bolt to spec. If it blows up, at least the rim doesn't fly off. Jeez.
Oh man.
Anyway,
and this is another reason why I don't really like flying.
Yeah, no, I think as we get older and we realize how often bad things happen, like flying can be a gamble.
Here, this is.
Flying is so much safer than driving in San Antonio. Get out of here.
Yeah, thank you, Mike. I was going to say, statistically speaking,
I heard
way
that.
safer.
I heard that too.
It's because the plane was made in
China.
It's falling apart.
All right, well, that leads into the next one.
Yeah, so that leads into man, Ernest is really on a Boeing roll right now.
Yeah.
On a what?
Boeing roll.
Oh yeah, Boeing agrees to plead guilty to their claims. Let's get it pulled up here.
Yeah, Congress has been grilling them.
Congress has been all over them for defrauding their victims.
Oh, really?
I mean, Boeing kind of scares me a little bit here, but
yeah, we're not going to say too much because I don't want to end up in a suitcase.
All I know is I love Boeing.
I love Lamp. That's 40-year-old virgin the other night. So they agreed to plead guilty to defrauding the FAA, but escape punishment sought by victim families. They agreed to plead guilty to one charge of conspiracy to defraud the United States for its role in 2 fatal 737 MAX crashes, the Justice Department said in a court filing Sunday. It represents yet another black eye for the company after a series of embarrassing safety blunders, but the agreement avoids what could have been more serious consequences. It will pay $487 million in fines, a fraction of the $24.8 billion that families of crash victims wanted the aircraft maker to pay. The families of victims of 2 fatal crashes of 737 MAX opposed the deal.
Was one of those the Alaska crash? Does it say that?
It doesn't.
Air
Oh, yeah.
Alaska.
So a door plug on a 737 MAX flown by Alaska Airlines blew out early in a flight, leaving a gaping hole in the side of the jet and further damaging Boeing's reputation.
Mm-hmm.
It will have to operate under oversight of an independent monitor, a person to be chosen by the government.
Yeah, that seems like a pretty intense experience. Like, door blows open mid-flight, and you're just like...
Could we just say it's going to be monitored by Hunter Biden? He's going to be on the government payroll for a period of 3 years.
He already is.
That is true.
Mike's like, that's where I get my crack. The sweetheart deal fails to recognize that because of Boeing's conspiracy, 346 people died. Yeah, it's sad, man.
It's ridiculous.
And it's all over safety stuff, too. It's like things that should have been seen.
Mm-hmm.
Could it just be that we're in a generation of everybody needs to be in their phone? Nobody really pays attention to reality anymore. Used to be that you went to work, did your job. You didn't have a cell phone to distract you, to look at things, to... The dopamine that people get. The dopamine that people get. I mean...
Yeah. Maybe.
Like there was a Sonic driver here in San Antonio just got killed. Like the person working the drive-through window.
What?
Yeah.
You didn't
just drove through that thing or what?
They got in an argument and
they
shot him, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Moited.
Put some nerds in that slush.
I was like, man, that burger must have been really bad.
That burger is terrible, actually.
That's not funny, and I'm sorry for the
No,
loss.
I got off a plane and we got back from Cancun and everybody in the plane was like, I can't wait to go get this, right? Somebody said, I can't wait to get Whataburger. Another person's like, oh, I can't wait to go get In-N-Out. And then somebody goes, I can't wait to go get a Sonic.
Like, said nobody. Like, what the,
It's like
I mean, reality is that people are just getting becoming lunatics, dude.
Yeah.
Not everybody. There's some really nice people out there. We love you. But it's just a crazy world we
All
live in
6 of you
nowadays.
out there.
Yeah.
All of our 6 followers.
Yeah. Lunacy's running amok out
So
there.
this is one that I want to talk about. Liverpool seeking talks over Copa incident with Darwin Nunez.
So what exactly happened on this one?
What the heck are you talking about?
So
thank you, Mike. I'm like, so
Is this
I
soccer?
do not like liver and onions at all.
We're going to talk a little bit about soccer here for a second because it is trending, and believe it or not, we posted a soccer video, and it's gotten the most hits out of all of our videos.
Yeah, that's you just clicking a bunch
That
of
means
times.
because soccer rules and pickleball drools.
Ouch! Shots fired. Pickleball's amazing.
Man,
Just
pickleball
kidding,
is a
just
bomb.
kidding. Just
Pickleball hawk tuas.
You got to put a hot tool on that thing.
Speaking of
Hey, we need to talk about her. I haven't. What makes her so popular?
hawk tua girl, well, I could tell you, but
So, Mike,
makes a lot of people happy.
If you don't know, I don't know why you don't know.
But she just received her first $30,000 for an appearance just at a Miami nightclub, day club actually. So
We should get her on the show.
The hot two girl.
yeah, bring her in quickly.
Anywho, back to Darwin Nunez. There was a riot or fight that happened in the Copa America, which is a big cup for the North America and South America.
Copa was a player.
It's Copa. But Darwin Nunez plays for Liverpool, and they are going to have a talk with him because Darwin Nunez, after the end of the Copa America semifinal with Colombia, went into the stands and decided he was going to take on like 10,000 Colombian fans by himself.
Never do that.
How'd that turn out for him?
It turned out all right. I mean, the best of the rest of the Uruguayan football team ended up joining him. Took 30 minutes for cops to get there and break everything up, but it was all over Colombian fans. So at every game, there's a family section for the players' families. And I guess I'm not sure if it was Darwin Nunez or one of the other players' wives who has a newborn was in the middle of an altercation with a Colombian fan. Colombia fan, and they got into it. Fight started happening in the family section, and the Uruguayan players was having nothing of it. It had turned into a brawl, an all-out brawl, and now it might not end out too hot for.
I'm sorry I missed it because that sounds like the most fun soccer game I've
That's
ever.
the most part of the whole soccer game right there.
The game
We're all in
was
the stands.
also like 2-0 Colombia, so it was already an exciting game.
2 goals. That's exciting, all right.
Hey, watch it now. Let's not throw shots at soccer. We'll throw some shots back at pickleball.
I mean,
why can't you just play real tennis?
Because it's harder. Tennis is a lot harder.
That's what the Haktua girl says.
Hey-o. So this is not the same event that one of the soccer players got shot with a beanbag by one of the cops because they were trying to fight. They were trying to have another fight on the field. So
this is it. But I mean, if your TV would let us pull it up, it would.
It's pretty awesome.
It's a pretty awesome fight.
Yeah.
And we don't condone violence here on the Homes.
I'd
and Homies
imagine those
podcast,
beanbags hurt.
Or we don't.
yeah.
We do condone violence.
Yeah. I condone that cop shooting that soccer player.
Here, let me see your phone.
He didn't
Amen to that.
Let's see if your phone connects.
Okay, here we go. So what do you want me to look up?
Just type in Copa America Brawl.
Okay. Let's see here.
So Copa's not a player.
Let's see how do I mirror it? Oh, like that
Right
button right there? Good.
Oh, you're not
Lord.
connected to the Wi-Fi.
I am too.
I think this one might be the other side.
Let me try one.
Here, let's.
There we go.
You get
Office TV. See if this is the
Dawn,
right.
dawn, dawn.
Is this the right Office TV?
I have no idea because we have like 6 of them over here. So
That we do.
Yeah, it's because you guys are ballers with those TVs.
Baller.
we just really think TVs are important in our lives.
That we do. We really do. One moment. Holding.
And moving on.
Yeah. And while we try to get this to work, we'll continue. We're having some technical difficulties.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to work.
Your TV sucks.
Apparently, brand new Philips TV. Thank you, Philips. We're going to need a new one.
Service by United.
So, Mike, what do you think about Governor Abbott giving $578,000 in grants to 2 southern schools?
What do I think? What does Mike think?
What do we all think?
I mean, I don't think that.
So what are these grants for? It's kind of vague.
So these grants are for to be used as like a IT technical education and support career.
I feel like that's really not that much money to throw out to a couple schools.
So the JET grants will support career and technical education training programs by helping schools purchase and install equipment to initially train more than 1,200 students for high-demand occupations as welders, registered nurses, and more.
Yeah, I still don't think that $500,000 is that much to throw out to try to create a program for that.
But Governor Abbott did it. That's why it's.
Well, I'm just saying, like,
trending.
I'm just saying, like,
trending, bro.
Like, that's a drop in the bucket.
I think it's an investment. It's an investment in Texas education. I'll give it a thumbs up.
So could we say that needing more nurses goes back to the COVID era, where not a lot of nurses?
Well, yeah, but we
fell out.
We're going to always need more nurses. We're always going to need more.
We're all getting older.
People, you know.
Mike just keeps running more miles, though.
Just runs more miles.
I mean, there's a population decrease. I don't know if we'll always need that many more nurses, but
miles for smiles.
We'll need some nurses for sure.
So
maybe we should just recreate the Copa brawl.
Coming at you live. Okay, I think I got it.
Copa brawl.
Whatever happened to the TV remote? I thought you had a TV remote in here. Oh, bro, let me see that. Just go straight to it.
All right, so while he's figuring that out, let's talk about the next thing. So, shark attacks in Texas on a Texas beach.
I thought you were going to go flat. I was like, we've already talked about this. I will call them out.
America brawl.
1 second. Anyway, so I was actually in South Padre Island when a young lady got her chunk of her calf ripped off. I am so South Padre actually does not get a lot of those kind of events. So
and there's 4 in one day.
Yeah,
and you were down there.
Yeah, little shocking.
Boom.
People do say that the same shark bit a couple different individuals. I can't confirm or deny that, but I'll tell you, if that dude would have put his hands on me, I would have rocked that shark. Okay, we're watching it now.
We got the brawl, bro.
Okay. Mike, you're not going to be able
I
to
want to see James fight the shark. That's more important.
Can we reenact the fight between James and a shark?
James takes on a shark. Cue it up on the screen there.
You see a couple things in there. So at one point I saw an individual attempting to protect someone, it looked like, and there were a couple folks trying to, calm individuals down. And so if an individual was attempting to stop someone else from hitting someone, now you have a defense because you have defense of others. So there's a couple of different angles where this could go. But immediately when I saw this, I thought about the Malice at the Palace. I was in Detroit during that time. I've been to the Palace.
this does remind me of the Malice at the Palace.
Just
a lot smaller in people.
Unforgettable memory was obviously Ron Artest and the other individuals going into the stands.
when you look at this video, Khalif, and as you zoom in, I mean, you could pause it 100 times here because there's so many different things happening all at the same time. But who could legally be charged? Who does the filing and saying, "Hey, I want to sue"? Like there's so many things happening.
There's a million different angles. First, you look at on the pitch, right? At the end of the match, I think everyone's emotions were raised at that moment. They were going at it a number of times. Right before they cut to this scene, the players were already starting to fight. And so that kind of boiled over, and then they cut right back to this fight into the crowd. And so you have a couple things. On the criminal side,
best soccer game ever.
Yeah.
And we missed it? What the heck?
I know.
Place a person in imminent fear of bodily harm.
Yeah, I didn't see anybody get knocked out. Just total chaos. So I mean, you know.
Utter
I mean,
chaos.
they are soccer players.
Exactly. Like skinny arms. Like, nobody's delivering any KOs out there. Like,
I'm sorry, guys. Y'all hate me. I know. My bad.
That was a good one. That was good. You speak the truth, sir.
somebody throw a haymaker. Let's go.
Throw some hammer fist.
For sure, man. Like kick something. Anyways.
Just kick it. Other than the ball. Kick
All
something.
right. And the final thing that we were going to talk about today.
We skipped over flat Earth theory. I know.
Oh,
you feel that.
God.
Why is that reemerging? Did you see something?
I didn't see anything very interesting.
We'll just gloss right over that.
Yeah,
Okay.
we could stay on it for a
But
second.
I wanna
Y'all
hear-
are fucking idiots. Let's move on.
Moving on. All right, do the
I
last
think.
one.
Oh, you know what I did see was that people were just finding it very weird how like the sharks are starting to congregate more and more near the shores. And if you go back to the old biblical times or the old Bible, the Old Testament, they talk about a 3-headed sea monster, right? And this is actually starting to trend on TikTok right now, where they're talking about the Leviathan coming out from the depths of the waters, which would prove, and somehow it's supposed to be connected to flat Earth theory. All of that. Like, it's all supposed to be connected.
How the hell do you follow that?
We found a three-headed monster. Flat Earth. I knew it.
they're thinking of the biblical context of the 4 corners of the earth, right? Like, how can a sphere have 4 corners?
It was a square the whole time, guys.
And a lot of people are like, well, how come we didn't start referring to the earth as round until 1950?
I fucking hate them so much.
They're re-emerging. John, what do you want to say, John?
I've already said it. I'm not gonna say anything else.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know why these people are reemerging, but maybe you should, just take a little space flight and see what's going on. That's all I got for you guys.
So, have you ever been in a plane and seen the curvature of the Earth?
No, I'm usually 2 Bloody Marys deep by that point.
I'm just.
He's like, I know it's spinning though.
Something's flying.
Did you in the reason as well as that it's emerging is so Nikon had released a new camera. I don't know if you heard about this or not, but Nikon released a new camera that was a P1000 that had like a 234 time zoom and could see the moon. And apparently people were starting to take pictures of the craters of the moon and notice imperfections between, like, they were noticing essentially like illuminations on what would be like a firmament, right? Which would mean that we would living in a globe. So they were seeing these, and apparently Nikon came out and discontinued the P1000 while NASA bought the patent to the lens that they were using.
Whoa. That's weird.
Whoa.
So things
That's
are getting
super
a little weird. Like,
That's true. I don't know.
So if I have a P1000, what can I sell it for?
I know,
just
right?
for
Yeah,
the
I'm just
information,
thinking-
I'm neutral. I'm not going to say which way I go here, but I'm neutral on this.
How are you neutral? Fuck! Like, moving on.
I'm saying neutral in the essence. I'm not going to agree with flat Earth theory.
Oh God!
But on the other hand, there are things that make you wonder.
Oh no!
No, there's not.
If you never question science, if you never question science, there would be no science.
Wait a minute.
Science has got many things wrong.
Ernest
you're
has
forgetting that I have
broke
a
gravity right now.
You're forgetting that I am a
1
computer
times
science
1
major.
equals 2.
Doesn't science question science, though?
Exactly, that's my point.
Right, and they've
So if you never
determined
question-
that it's round.
If they determined that it's round, but nobody ever questioned science, science would not exist. It would just.
Well, we moved past the questioning. I think. Somehow it reemerged.
So, John, what's the definition of multiplication? Terrence Howard would ask you this question right now.
I remember everything from my mother's womb. I'm out.
He doesn't want to answer your question.
Oh, man.
I remember the first time I stole $20 out of my mom's purse.
So look at this. February 29th, 2024, NASA signs agreement with Nikon to develop and patent Artemis camera. So NASA is looking to basically take the standard Nikon Z9 camera, which was the 9000 camera that we were just talking about, to determine the specifications of a camera that they would need to operate on the lunar surface.
Sounds legit.
So why in the hell are they pulling a production camera that's meant for the consumer off the market so NASA can buy the patent to it after the fact that there's questions arising?
But there's enough cameras out there that can zoom in on the moon. Like, and they still sell telescopes. Like, and those things are pretty. Those things are pretty powerful, man. Like, I'd be willing to bet like a really expensive telescope would get closer than the camera.
Do you remember those things that used to, when you were a kid, that you'd put the slides in?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, the viewfinders.
That used to say there aren't some permanent slides in there, dude.
Oh no!
This is
Our next episode is purely conspiracy theories. That's what we got.
No, next episode we have
The
special
dog
guest.
photo.
Oh yeah, we have a special guest.
We got the hot dog.
We got the hot dog guy.
Hot
We got the
diggity
hot-
dog.
yeah.
Where the dog at?
And
Where my
thank
dog's
God we
at.
won't have to talk about.
We're gonna talk about flat Earth theory some more.
It's flat hot dog theory.
I don't know why we still talk about this.
If a hot dog can be round, so can the earth, damn it.
Hot
All right.
dog.
So here's something more fun.
Okay, let's go.
So bullet vending machines. This is now a thing in several states: Oklahoma, Alabama, and here in Texas. Right here in Canyon Lake and in the Hill Country, you can go to a grocery store, get you some eggs, get you some bacon, and get you some bullets. I love it.
That's right. Put a little.
Oh, what the heck is that?
All right, well,
So you put a little 20 in the machine.
Oh.
Go to your favorite grocery store out by Canyon Lake. Get you some apples, get you some strawberries, and get you some Glock 9s.
Some Glock 9s.
Yep.
Let's see what she has to say. Let's just watch her real quick. Spud Nikon.
today the company has entered into a Space Act agreement with the National Aeronautics Space Administration, otherwise known as NASA, to support their Artemis campaign and the handheld universal lunar camera development. In English, Nikon's going to space, and they're giving their Z9 to NASA, and they're going to mod it out so that astronauts can use it on the moon. Not only is it going to space, but fun fact, this will be the first moon landing since 1969, and this will be the first mission that will actually carry a woman to walk on the moon. So maybe this moon landing will be real. Maybe they'll have enough pictures taken with this Z9 that it's really time. We can stop this ridiculous debate over whether the moon landing really occurred.
Yeah, that flag was straight out there.
I mean, we've been to the moon after the initial moon landing, haven't we?
No.
Because when I found out
Who was driving the rovers and stuff around
I
there?
was like, why Nikon? That's
See, now you're thinking conspiracy there, bro.
Thought there were some rovers up there.
John doesn't want to entertain the idea. Look at him.
I want this day to be over.
Everybody knows there's buildings on the dark side of the moon, bro.
We all know there's
Everybody
just
knows
some
that.
weird stuff that's been happening lately.
Pink Floyd said that, bro.
Like the aliens in the mall in Florida.
That's true. There was some aliens in somebody's backyard. I remember that one.
Aliens in the mall? I missed this.
Oh, you missed that in Miami?
Yeah, I
that was
missed
about 4 months ago.
4 or 5 months
Were they
ago.
illegal immigrants or just
Mike's like, that happens like on a daily basis in Miami.
No, it's true. It's valid. I'm the house Mexican.
No, but
they were undocumented? Sorry.
A couple months ago, there was a massive police presence at a mall somewhere in Florida.
Right.
And eyewitnesses were saying essentially that, like, the people that were in there, they were running and they saw, like, what they described as shadow men, like 3 body figure like things.
Right.
And
nobody got any video.
Nobody got any video. Nobody did anything. But the aerial footage that they shot from the police helicopter shows like 30 or 40 cars of cops there.
Right. Somebody did get shot about 10 minutes before that, too. So
well, maybe that, but
maybe it was
it could be related to that. But,
the active shooter versus the alien.
But the police reports that came out said that the police were called because of teens fighting.
Exactly.
But you need 30 squad cars to show up and roll in there.
If there's a shooting, probably.
Yeah. Somebody had a gun.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. Trust me, I'm down the conspiracy.
I guess we're just San Antonio, bro. Where the only 2 cops respond to shootings.
Yeah. No, there's a bunch of great conspiracy theories. Like there's a hole in Antarctica. There's a bunch of whole civilization in Antarctica, but nobody can go there.
I've been there. It's a good place to visit.
You've been to Antarctica?
The hole in Antarctica. That's just a...
Oh, so you saw the outer space, bro.
That's right. Like there's tall
It's
graves.
inner Earth, man. It's inner Earth.
It's true. There's like a stairway that goes down, and all the greatest bands are still there. Elvis is chilling.
I got to feed a T-Rex. It was awesome.
Yep.
Well, you don't even want to talk about Elvis. That's another conspiracy that people are rolling on right
Where's Elvis at right now? What's that conspiracy?
He's in Graceland, of course.
Yeah, that's true.
He's buried. I mean, he's probably resting peacefully, but some people think he's actually reincarnated as a pastor.
Reincarnated now.
He came back. He came back as a
He came back as
pastor.
Bruno Mars.
Yeah, the guy's name is Bob. What's his name? Bob something. Bob Juice. Jude.
Bob Juice. Sounds.
Why
good.
would Elvis come back as a pastor?
But anyway,
he did love singing. He did love singing gospel songs.
I mean,
I don't know.
He may have loved the Lord. I don't know.
They love the pills.
This is the latest conspiracy.
What do we got?
His name is Bob Joyce.
Elvis is on the stage, just so you know. Mike.
So this is Elvis. Everybody's screaming for him. Oh, look, there's Mike. Oh wait, that's not Mike.
And that's the video.
Thanks for watching. Was that it? Like, comment, and share.
Well, that was that was informative.
Elvis died on August 16th of 1977 from a heart attack. But there are claims that Elvis Presley has been living as a famous preacher.
Oh my God, that is not the guy they think is Elvis, is it?
To others.
The spinning image.
They have. Oh my God! It looks exactly like
I'm about
Mike.
to take off my headset and leave. Oh no!
Seriously, though, we probably should wrap it up though.
Yeah. We are donezo here.
Because
Yeah.
that's definitely not Elvis.
Yes. So, and on that note,
Join us next week as we have a special guest coming in from Chicago Dogs. We got a motto, hopefully, joining us here on the Homes and Homies podcast.
And we will
Amato better bring it. That's all I got to say.
I know, right? We'll have Michael William Litwin back in the studio